2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Here we are at the Genesis Invitational, one of the top events each year on the schedule. Today's coverage is about to start. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hey Luke and Rich, I'm looking forward to treading the fairways again with these two because they were absolute fire the first time round, and I have a feeling that after their exchanges on social media, it'll be even more spicy out here.
Well, I like the look of Lexi in this one, but is the rival capable?
They've had a chat with the caddy and they're going for it. This one's on.
Well, this is ambitious. She looks to be attacking the pin here. Well, that's showcasing their power there, Rich.
Two big hits there, knocking it on this par 5 and 2.
Putting for eagle here. Ooh. Just 3 feet to the cup. Well, that's delightful. A birdie to get the round underway.
Can't birdie them all unless you birdie the first, Luke. Good start.
You like that, didn't you? But what are we looking at with their approach shot, Rich? Because really that's all the challenge here on this par 4 second.
Luke, the second shot is straight back up the hill. Better take an extra club if you want to get it close.
Oh, that's a great shot. It sets up a wonderful birdie look here at the second. Oh, these are good for the momentum, these ones, right on 8 feet.
This for back-to-back birdies.
That's a good putt to make that one. That's back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
At -2, going along nicely today.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
That's tidy. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Well, by my estimation, they're looking at 110 here. Taking things up a notch in this Lexi-Thompson rivalry, that shot will add some fuel to the fire.
Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. Oh, that's a ripper. Some lovely momentum for this player, moving up the leaderboard. So many wonderful holes at the George Thomas designed Riviera Country Club. This par 3 fourth has to be one of them.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
We can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. And that will take her to 4 under. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the 5th here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
And down it goes. Let's head to the next. The 6th hole here at Riviera is very unique, isn't it, Rich?
Who puts a bunker in the center of the green? No one else except for the folks at Riviera Country Club. I love this hole.
Opting for the 5-iron.
Just needs a little bit more of a kick to the right.
This would be a great up and down. almost went down. Opportunity to make their par. I like the look of this. Now, nice to make a mid-range par putt. Just one off the lead after that hole. Let's head to the par 4 7th at the Riv. Again, it's a par 4 that requires placement of the tee.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it. But again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
She has this putt for her par. Get excited. This could go in. And there it is. She's currently tied for second. The par 4 8th at Riviera is a choose your own adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flag stick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, the left-hand side of the fairway, that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flag stick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
This putt to move into a tie for first. Ooh, right by the hole. This one just outside 7 feet to the hole.
She's got a nice look at par here.
Nice stroke. Nicely holed. And for par. Currently at -4 for the round. The final hole on the outward half is a par 4 playing back up towards the clubhouse, Rich. It's a good par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
Putting for birdie. That was a gallant attempt. Putting for a par here. You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one. One of the most often discussed holes in all of golf is the par 4 10th here at Riviera Ridge. There's so much strategy.
It's either driver or 3-wood for every player in this field, but you better be good with distance because this green is very narrow.
This putt is about 8 feet. Not a bad line, this. And that's for birdie. Well holed. And with that, she'll move to 5 under par. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead.
Well, now, things have gotten interesting. Closing the gap.
4 victories so far this season. Well, this person displays the power game in pure fashion there.
Couldn't come at a more opportune time as well. Currently 2 back. Make the eagle, tie for the lead.
Oh, that's frustrating. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. 5 feet coming up to the cup.
Looking for another birdie here.
Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today.
2 in a row there, Luke. Getting their groove on.
And that finds her currently in 2nd place. When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par 4s, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevents you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. Rich, the 13th hole, slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left, requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the Barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
Trying to get to 8 under par with this putt. And down it goes. And that will take her to 8 under. She finds herself in a share of the lead.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
Going with the 7. Now that looked pretty good the whole way. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
This one's 13 feet from the cup.
Oh, that's a nice line. Always nice to hold those for a birdie. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. This 15th hole, a very strong par 4, Rich. Challenging, to say the least.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
An opportunity for a birdie here.
Now that's how you roll the rock.
And with that putt hold now double digits under par, -10 as we head to the final few holes.
And just with the slimmest of leads out there, Luke, this will be interesting to see how they handle the pressure.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. That was special. 11 feet to the cup.
Surely it's going to.
What an effort. Add another shot to your lead. Leading by 4 strokes after that one.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
Wonderfully played. Time for the second shot at the 17th. Well, that's certainly showcasing all their talents there. That's impressive.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in two and get rewarded for it.
That's disappointing. Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie.
Right over the spot they were looking at.
Wonderful shot. Our current leader enjoys a 5-shot advantage. And we head to the famous finishing hole at Riviera, the 18th. Rich, really good par 4.
That it is. Fairway tilts significantly from left to right. There's a palm tree up top near the green. That is the line of sight off this tee shot. You find the fairway, second shot is going to be back up the hill to a green that, funny enough, runs away from you. It doesn't tilt back toward you, it runs away from you. So your second shot has got to come in high and soft with plenty of spin if you want to get it close.
And this putt is for a final score of the magical number in golf, 59.
On a nice line.
Well, this is a week that's going to sit in the memory bank for life. A champion at the Riv. You've just won the Genesis Invitational.
Winning on such an iconic golf course will not be lost on this player. What a performance.
Well, Rich, we saw from the get-go that this player was right on song this week, just a class above.
It's very rare where you see a player absolutely dominate a field like they did in this tournament. Unbelievable job all around.
Well, on behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Northern Shore Open is about to begin. Delighted to have 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beem in the booth. I'm Luke Elvey, and it's a good morning to Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Thank you so much, Luke. I am so happy that I have been put with these two players because they've been going back and forth at each other on social media leading up to this event. They seem to really have something to prove, a bone to pick with each other, and it'll all be settled out on the golf course today.
Well, the only thing that really goes against Xander Schauffele is he doesn't win as often as he should. But every attribute in his game is just exceptional. You're talking about one of the best players out on tour. Time for the second shot into the first. Yeah, that's a good line. That should find the surface. She'll like that. That's inside the birdie range. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Just didn't drop. Putting for a par now. Well, that's a no-fuss par to get the round underway, Rich.
Nothing wrong with an opening par, just easing their way into this round.
Time to tee off at the second.
They've decided to club up.
Well, I'm sure she'll take that one.
Would need something special to happen to get the birdie here.
Okay, steady now. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
So far, so good.
Yeah, nicely holed. And that'll ensure she stays level with the card. Here we are at the third. The tee is yours.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively. Looks like this one might be in the bunker.
This putt of about 7 feet to the hole.
She's got a great look at birdie here.
Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade. Currently 1 under for the tournament.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
You've arrived at a par 4. Step up to the tee and own it.
Nice birdie at the last. Let's see what they can produce here.
Looks like they put a good swing on that one. That should find the short stuff. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 155.
I'm not sure that's what they had in their mind. That's further right than they wanted.
The perfect wind swing. Nice and easy.
Always nice to have a birdie putt. Currently a couple under for the round. Here we are at the 5th hole. The tee is yours. Going with the 8-iron here. This one might need to set. She played that nicely. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill.
Big chance here. Well, that'll help you move up the leaderboard. And that will take her to 3 under. And with that hole, she's now the solo leader of this event. This hole is a par 5. Time for the second shot here at the 6th. That's some good golf right there. An eagle putt awaits. It was on a good line. 3 feet to go here to the hole. And with that, that's their 4th birdie. And with that, she'll move to 4 under par. Teeing off here at the 7th. That's heading into the rough, I think. That's a chunky lie. It's going to take all their talents to get out of this one. They're a long way from the hole here. Work to be done.
It's tracking.
Ooh, you like me and thought that had a chance? And tapping it in for par. And after that hole, leading Patrick Cantlay by a stroke. Let's see what happens here at the 8th. Looks to be going with the 4-iron. Needs this one to kick right. Yeah, that was a safe play. And he's down there. You got a read?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
Ouch, that hurts. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. That gets the job done. Looking ahead now, and this player is currently tied for 1st in the standings alongside Will Zalatoris. Here we go. We're beginning the 9th hole now. Nicely done. Sitting at 4 under for the day. Currently tied atop the leaderboard. Well, that's up near the green there, Rich, in just a couple of shots. That's fantastic stuff.
It's an aggressive play, Luke. Like to see it on this par 5.
Oh, yeah. A thing of beauty.
That was sensational, Luke.
Ooh, this is a precarious position, if you don't mind me saying, Rich. They have the lead, but there's plenty chasing with just 9 to play.
Yeah, no time to start thinking about that lead, Luke. They got to keep their head down and keep going forward. Cannot think about that lead or people will pass them.
Rich, there's plenty of paths to the PGA Tour, but few seem to bash their way to the PGA Tour quicker than Will Zalatoris. It was an immediate impact he had, and it's just such an exciting game he possesses.
Watching him go from the Korn Ferry Tour and essentially bypassing all of that fairly immediately with the 3 wins and getting onto the PGA Tour and having such a profound effect when he was out there really is quite astonishing. Without getting the win, but seemingly in contention each and every week out there, you feel the sky is the limit for what's going to happen with this young man. He is so disciplined in what he does in a round of golf. He's got a great mind in the way that he approaches the game and how he advances the golf ball to point A to point B to point. He sees this golf course 3 shots in advance. It's just kind of like it's right there in front of him. He reminds me of an old school pool player who he's already made all the shots. Now just has to go ahead and just sink the next one because he set himself up perfectly for the next one. It's impressive.
Quality shot, that one. Chance to move to 8 under here.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
That is hunting for the hole. Oh, what an excellent time to make a big putt like that. And you bet their rival knows just what happened. And after that hole, they currently lead in first place with Jon Rahm in second. Lovely effort, that. Second shot here on the 12th. Going with the hybrid. Any bounce to the left here would be helpful. Getting ready to play their third. Ooh, what a recovery. Almost hold it. Lining up the birdie putt here. That's a great putt to make. She's on fire today and is building her advantage. It's time to take a look at this 13th hole. Good shot there. That's a fairway finder for sure. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Got to make sure to control the flight here because the wind, well, it's straight into their face.
Oh, what a gorgeous looking shot that is, Rich. A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
Well, what a performance. 8 birdies on the card. And a quick glimpse at the leaderboard now. And this player holds the lead, with Brooke Henderson trailing in second place. Time to see what this par 4 has in store.
Oh, Luke, that was a stonker there.
Setting up in the first cut. Going with the 5-iron here.
Wow, did this come out beautifully?
Found the green side rough. Didn't that look good for a long time? Well, a lovely opportunity to save par here.
This is on a stupendous line.
That's a lovely effort, that one. That's a handy putt to make. Now 4 shots up after that hole. This hole's a tough 2-shotter, a long par 4. This one looks to be heading for the sanctuary of the fairway. Second shot here on the 15th. Looks to be going with the 5-iron. This one's going right at the pin here. Well, that'll be one of the shots of the day, that's for sure. Oh, these are good putts to make. Good for momentum, right on 7 feet.
These are on rails, looking good.
And with that fine putt, she extends her advantage over the field.
What a great feeling being that far ahead with just 4 to play.
Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here. They get a little ground draw here. Oh, what a shot by our leader. What's in front of them, Henny?
She's got a nice little 14-footer here. This is their look at birdie. Oh yeah, this is tracking nicely.
Well, nicely done. Holds the putt for back-to-back birdies.
Back-to-back birdies moving the right direction there, Luke.
Time to take a look at what this par 4 might be in order.
Wondering if she's going to go for it. She could definitely get there and increase her lead.
That was a little untidy, wasn't it? Straight into the water. And here we are with the 3rd shot. Not a best shot. And here we are with their 4th. Putting for bogey here. Oh, just missed. Just a 4-footer remaining. Don't want to miss it. Could be costly. Ooh, nice line. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. And they'll have to compose themselves now with this tee shot after a double bogey at the last. Oh, that's a high caliber shot. Second shot here on the 18th hole. Getting ready to play their 3rd. That impressed me and her. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill.
It's tracking. And how about that? Victory is yours.
Luke, the victories, winning never gets old, but this is getting out of hand, isn't it? Another victory on the season.
Well, Henny, when they came into this rivalry, we weren't sure if they were going to be good enough to win the battle. They not only won that, they won the war.
Luke, while they've been out on the golf course, I've been cooking. Here, smell this. We've got to eat up. It's some humble pie. We shouldn't ever have doubted them. There was some spectacular golf out there, and it was a pleasure to watch.
Well, that's all we've got time for today. On behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Beam, Henny Koyak and John McCarthy, plus all the hard-working folks behind the action. UK Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing these two go at it again. It was a great rivalry first time round, and now, more so than ever, they're going to want to beat each other.
Anytime you take on a player like Brooke Henderson, you want to bring your best here, Rich.
Yeah, that'll work. That's fine.
And take us through the approach shot. It's not easy to run the ball onto the green.
It's not. Your approach shot has to come in high and soft with a lot of spin, as there's just not much depth to this green. Not much movement either, fairly flat, although there is a ridge that bisects this green in two. You want to make sure that you're on the correct side of that ridge to have a good opportunity to make the putt.
Fair effort, that. Good birdie.
Making birdie in the first always puts you in a good frame of mood. It'll be fun to watch the round progress.
Currently 1 under for the event. The second hole is a long par 3, old typical Redan style at 230 yards.
Yes, the green runs from right to left and chases away from the player on the tee. You can hit it short right and have it bounce on to the flag sticks that are on the right. However, when they're in the back left, you don't want to come up short and left in a low area. That'll leave a very difficult up and down.
A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here at the second. It's got a chance. Yes, they've made it.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
She's in a share of second place.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Rich, the first exposure to the famous lake here at Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club and Lodge is the third.
There's a lot of intimidating tee shots on this golf course, Luke. This could be number one. Water down the left-hand side you obviously want no part of, but if you miss it right in the rough, that is very gnarly and nasty to come out of. The green works away from the player, moving from right to left. The miss is out to the right, but watch out. It's awfully quick coming down that green. Don't chip it or putt it in the water.
That's a lovely putt to make for birdie. Take some pride in that one.
That hole looks double the size for this player this week.
And she's our leader.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
The first of the par 5s, Rich, the fourth hole.
Yes, Luke, you got out of bounds on the right-hand side that shouldn't come into play for the players, but those bunkers down the left-hand side certainly will. If you get a good tee shot away and you find the fairway, the second shot uphill to this par 5, you can reach, but still lots of trouble lurking around this green.
A chance now from the bunker for an up and down. Playing their fourth shot. Currently in the lead by a shot. How close was that to going down? She needs this one for par.
Surely it's going to.
And that was a bogey by our leader, so the rest of the field feeling a little opportunity here to close the gap. The fifth at Bay Hill is the shortest par 4 on the front 9, measuring just under 400 yards, Ridge. Placement off the tee, critical here.
It is. It plays straight downhill the entire way, so most players not taking driver out and challenging those bunkers. Lay up short of those, and you'll have a short shot to a green that once again chases away from you at the back end of it.
Come on, look after us. Little bounce to the right here. A lot on the line here. This putt for a share of top spot. I don't mind the look of this. And with that putt, she's bounced back immediately from the drop shot at the last. And with that, she'll move to 3 under par. And this player's moving up on the leaderboard after that hole. Now we head to the famous par 5 6th, Rich. A lot of players are thinking birdie, maybe even eagle.
Out to the right, most definitely the widest part of the fairway, just left of the left-hand bunker out there. We'll leave a layup out to the right, and then you just have a short pitch on from there. This is a really solid birdie opportunity.
Looks to be going with a hybrid here. Oh no, is that heading towards the bunker? Oh my. Will she be able to get out of here?
Yeah, this is not what they wanted. There might be a couple of hits here.
Time now for the 4th shot. Currently tied for the lead. Well, that shows the hands of a surgeon, doesn't it?
My surgeon's hands were a little shaky. That's why I have the scar.
Let's have a look at the 7th hole of par 3.
Finally, you have a green that pitches back towards you ever so slightly, Luke, but still coming into it with a good 6-5 iron from 195 yards. It's still a difficult task to get it close.
I'm pretty sure they had their sights set on hitting the green there. This would be a great up and down from this spot. This putt about 11 feet in distance.
Solid little par putt here.
Looking better.
Yeah, nothing to sweat over that one. Well hold. Currently 4 under for the event. The par 4 8th, Rich, challenging tee shot and approach.
Love this tee shot here, Luke. The fairway camber's pretty good from right to left, kicking the golf ball towards that bunker. So make sure to take one less club off this tee. From there, you make sure that you take enough club for your second shot to carry the front edge. If not, that golf ball will come falling back off the green into the drink.
Playing from around 150 yards here. Currently tied for the lead. Choosing the 9-iron here. Fingers crossed for a good kick to the left. Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Setting up this putt 10 feet from the cup. Little birdie look in here.
So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. Let's take a look at the final hole on the front 9, the 9th, and what a tough tee shot it is.
It is it ever. Players want to avoid the bunker down the left-hand side, so inevitably they push it out to the right-hand side, into the rough, into the trees. Now they've got really very little chance of reaching the green in 2. So this is probably the most difficult tee shot on this front 9, and one they have to find the fairway with.
Sitting at 5 under for the day. Currently in the lead. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? And that should secure the par on this one. Well, this is when the knees start to knock. The sweat starts to appear on the palms of your hands, Rich. Just a slender lead with 9 to play.
Well, Luke, it's been fun watching this player duke it out with their rival, that's for sure. They're winning the rivalry thus far. Should be fun to see where these two end up at the end of the event.
Opting for the 9-iron. That could play.
Wow, very aggressive play on this approach, putting some pressure on their rival, Brooke Henderson.
Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. The par 4 11th resembles the par 4 third, doesn't it? The big lake on the left-hand side.
It does. It just has a little more landing room here on the left-hand side, however. But if you lay back, be prepared to go in with a long iron. If you take the driver out and successful, you now turn this challenging hole into almost a birdie opportunity.
Oh, well played. Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
Oh, get in. Oh, well played. And with that, she'll move to 7 under par. Incredible. Still in the lead now after that hole. And the 12th hole, Rich, similar to the 4th hole. Arnold Palmer has really started to mimic front and back nines.
He does. It's kind of the same thing. Out of bounds out to the right. You got to avoid both those bunkers there, both right and left. You find the fairway. Again, second shot slightly uphill to a green that sits above you. One of the big dangers here, though, is going long. That is a big no-no to miss it long on this 12th.
Coming up from the bunker. That's brilliant out of the sand. Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. Well, you're going to be difficult to catch now if you keep holding putts like that. And with that, she'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play.
That dog will hunt.
Second shot here on their 13th hole. That was wonderfully done. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
The perfect leave. Uphill, can be firm.
It's got a chance. Oh, that had eyes for it. Lovely shot. And a quick look at the leaderboard has this player currently in first spot, with Tony Finau second. We have a par 3 on this one.
This is such a difficult hole because this tee shot lines you up over on the left-hand side where you'll find those bunkers. But if you bail out to the right, well, now you're running into a low area that you have a pretty difficult chip shot to a green that historically is the firmest and fastest on this golf course.
Ooh, wouldn't that have been nice? Well, you like the look of those hands.
Judging it beautifully.
Just a 4-footer remaining.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
For the par. Leading by 5 shots after that. As we get into the closing stretch here at Bay Hill, the 15th, the par 4.
Strong par 4, your dog legs from left to right. Don't miss it out to the right in that bunker. Not only are you hitting your second shot out of the trap, but also you've got some magnolia trees to deal with. This is a very difficult fairway to find because that fairway does chase away from you just over that bunker. This is a very strong par 4.
Yep, this is lovely. Yep, they Houdini'd that. That's brilliant.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. That was a gallant attempt. Oh, I don't mind this par putt.
Yep, tracking nicely.
And after that hole, this player finds himself in top spot, with Tony Finau second.
3 holes remaining. This is what it's all about. Time to see who is going to get it done.
Rich, good chance to get this green in 2.
Yes, this player's found the fairway, and now they've got the opportunity to knock this on in 2. Be wary of coming up short and left, obviously in the water, but don't be anxious to miss it out to the right, especially in that bunker that's over in the middle of the green on the right-hand side. That really can wreak havoc with the players. Try and find the green at all costs with this second shot.
So exciting to have an eagle putt here. You just keep building a bigger advantage. Well played. Our current leader is up by a whopping 7 shots now.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
Opting for the hybrid, I think.
Needs a little ground help to the left.
Oh, what a wonderful play. Leading with intent. A chance for a birdie if this goes down. This one has eyes for the hole. Ooh, nice putt to make for a birdie. Now 7 strokes up after that hole. Rich, as we head to the finishing hole here at Bay Hill, a famous finishing hole, so much drama over the years, predominantly by the great Tiger Woods. But most of the drama starts off the tee.
It does. This is actually a semi-blind tee shot. There's a mound down the right-hand side of the fairway where you can't see the golf balls land, so players won't know whether they found the fairway or missed it right or even out on the left-hand side. Most iconic moments in all of golf, in my mind's eye, Robert Gomez holding his second shot here back in 1990 to claim the title.
Oh, what a performance this has been. Hold this putt and you'll notch a 59.
Rolling end.
And there's your Arnold Palmer Invitational champion. A stout performance on a very strong golf course.
And that was a performance that the King would have loved to have seen there, Luke. What a great win by this player.
And wow, what a rivalry that was. Let's recap some of the results. Well done, Henny Koyak. Thanks for joining us on course today.
No place I would rather be, Luke. What a day it was. Saw some wins, saw some losses. Overall, some great golf and a pleasure to be out here alongside you guys.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.
Hello there, my name is John McCarthy, and I'm pleased to welcome you to PGA Tour 2K23. I am fired up as well. We are just about to kick off this 3-hole matchup playing stroke play today. Let's get into this. Okay, time to send it. Well, I'm sure that's not what you intended. And as he sets up, he's around 245 yards out. This is his third shot. Bit of an awkward swing. This is out of the second cut here.
Oh, he's got this shit on some hard settings. I'm struggling.
Okay, third shot.
Oh, it's nice.
And his fourth shot on this hole.
Oh my god. Bruh. I'm having a hard time. Oh my gosh, that was rough.
Good luck on this one. Par
It's
save,
so hard
possibly.
with the swing timing in.
Well
Nice
done.
putt.
He's got a 9-footer here. And finishing this hole out with a solid putt.
Yeah.
And you're at even par currently.
Yeah.
Teeing it up on the second hole of this matchup. Well, that'll do for now. And let's see how he does on this hole. Okay, they're going with the pitch and wedge here. And here's his second shot. And setting up his third shot here. All right, here we go. This is his fourth shot. And he's in the green side rough. And this putt would take you down to 1 under. A bit too much power into that putt. 8-footer here in front of us. Looking good. That'll do nicely. And that hole's going to keep you right there at even par. Okay, lengthy par 4 ahead of us here. Okay, we're in the rough, but it looks like a decent lie, all things considered. Great work on the approach. You saw that one, didn't you? All right, let's put this in the hole, pull down a birdie, and sprint to the next hole. All right, the putt drops, and I guess that means I'm off the clock. There, those 3 holes went by in a flash, and you have wound up the winner. And with that, I must leave you. We'll see you again real soon, though, hopefully, right?
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Players' Championship. Today's coverage is about to start. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course following our feature group is the delightful Henny Koyak. Hello, Henny.
Hey guys, I can't wait to watch these two go at it again. It was an incredible battle first time round, and I think there'll be a few shots fired out here.
Yeah, beating young Morikawa seems to be one of the toughest challenges out on tour these days, but I'm certainly excited to see how this rivalry fares today. Wow, that almost went in the hole. It's just about 3 feet away. So it'll be a par to start their round.
Very nice par indeed. Very solid hole played.
The first of our birdie opportunities comes second, par 5.
Drive it out to the right-hand side to give yourself a good look at reaching this green in 2.
And here we are with the third shot. Oh, I thought that one was going in. This one's for birdie. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. Currently 1 under for the day.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Let's take a look at the par 3 third. Straight away mid-iron to short iron shot.
Such a cool little par 3. Love this green. There's a low section in the front and a high section in the back. And anytime they put the pin all the way in the back section of this green, well, I tell you what, good luck on you. If you miss this green long and or left, that bunker sits some 5 feet below the surface of the green.
This one needs to kick left. And he's down there. You got a read?
Setting up this putt 22 feet from the cup. What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie. Starting to look really good.
That's a long-range bomb, and with it, puts extra strain on the person chasing behind them. John Rahm, your leader, as we head to the next hole. Well, the fourth is another great example that it doesn't need to be a long par 4 to be a testing one. This fourth can be menacing, can't it?
Par 4, 384 yards from the back. A long, snake-like bunker down the right-hand side to a cool little green with all sorts of movement on it. A very fun hole to play indeed.
We need this one to bounce right. Putting for birdie here. That's frustrating. Just 3 feet to the cup. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort. All right, Rich, the par 4 fifth. A strong hole this one, isn't it?
Par 4, 471 yards from the back. Drive it out to the left-hand side to give yourself the best angle for your second shot into this long, thin green.
And he's down there.
She's looking at 135 from the flagstick.
3 feet to go here to the hole. That's inside the range.
Unreal display this week with that wand.
Trailing by a couple of strokes now. The tee shot at the par 4 6th has changed a lot now that that tree's been taken out of the way, Rich. But what do you think of this short par 4?
Par 4, 393 yards from the back. Most players taking out a long iron or hybrid just for placement in the fairway. This green is surrounded by tall palm trees. Don't get caught out by one.
All right, going with a little bit more club. Let's see.
Well, that's a handy shot. Hold this putt and you'll move into 4th place. This has eyes for the hole. Some momentum being built now. That's back-to-back birdies. And that will take her to 4 under. She's currently in 4th place.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
As we go from a wonderful little par 4, we go to a challenging, longer par 4, the 7.
Difficult par 4, 451 yards. Water and sand all the way down the left-hand side. Hit it out to the right. Find the green with your second and sprint to the next hole, making 4.
Gee, it's metronomic here. Green after green. Gee, golf looks easy when you're playing like this.
I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens and regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. And that will take her to 5 under. The 8th hole, a long par 3 stretching 240 yards at its maximum. It's no sleeper, that's for sure.
I don't find anything sleepy about this hole. The front of this green is so narrow. There's no place to land it, especially when they put the flag stick there. This hole will grab your attention, as it should, because it's a long iron to a sliver of an opening. Even when they put the pin on the right-hand side, you want no part of it. The center of the green all day long here.
That's the right pace. This should drop. A bit too much pace on that one. If you can make this one, it's for par. That's well holed. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. The front 9 of TPC Sawgrass finishes with a par 5, but not easy to get there in 2.
It is not a big tee shot down the left center is required. Anything out to the right could catch that bunker and even fall into the water over there on the right. If you decide to go for it, you have to hit a fairway metal long iron high over some trees on the left-hand side to a very narrow green. The layup shot out to the right will make that 3rd shot so much easier into this tiny green.
Pretty good shot there.
A good chance to move to 6 under par here. Gee, that's good playing. 6 birdies in a round. And that will take her to 6 under. Tied at the top, Rich, with the back 9 here left today.
Yeah, exciting position, isn't it? You'd rather have the lead on your own, but listen, tied for the lead. Pretty good spot to be in. They're going to have to work to earn this victory.
She's a top quality player, this one. And they're playing from about 140 yards out.
Puff of breeze moving this golf ball left to right.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
She's got to be careful this doesn't run away from her here. It's downhill.
Looking great now.
Oh, that's too bad. 4 feet to the cup. That's half a chance of being holed, this one. She's in a share of top spot. There's some birdie holes out on this course, and the 11th is certainly one of those, but there are some troublesome spots if you get out of play.
There definitely is trouble, but the thing I love about this hole the most, Luke, is that there's so many different ways to play it. Most players will take driver off the tee, but from there, now it's anybody's ball game. You don't have to go for the green on the second shot. You can lay it up over the left. You can lay it up over to the right. You can lay it up long left. There's so many different ways of attacking this hole. Each individual is going to do it differently. I love the second shot on this hole.
Good look at a birdie here. Oh, what a round this is. 7 birdies today. And that will move her to 7 under. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. Well, the tee shot is all that matters on the short par 4 12th. Most players can reach the green. It's just the decision whether the player goes for it or not.
they can, but they better be aware that there's a lot of danger up there. Water left obviously is no good, but even bailing out to the right in those dunes, in the mounds, and little pot bunkers on top of those mounds, well, forget about it. That's not a good space either, especially since the green does run pretty hard from right to left. If you want to take this hole on with driver and expecting to make 3, well, you need to realize that a 5 and a 6 could be easily made as well.
Hey, nice looking line. And that's 8 birdies today. And that will take her to 8 under. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Well, as you start to head for home here at TPC Sawgrass, you're blessed with this wonderful par 3 13th.
So many different levels to this green on the par 3, playing 181 yards from the back. You can get it close. You can even make a hole in one, but watch out if you hit in the wrong spot on the green. It'll be difficult to 2-putt from there.
Well played. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. And they'd be feeling buoyed with confidence after that birdie. Here's a good chance to maintain the momentum.
If you hit it down the left-hand side, the golf ball will chase a long way, but you'll be blocked out by some trees. You hit it out to the right, you're going to be on top of a mound, but you'll have a really good idea of what's in front of you. This hole historically plays as one of the toughest ones on the back 9, and it's all because of where that green sits. It sits from right to left with a decent amount of movement in it. It is not straightforward at all. This hole causes players all kinds of problems.
Like that. Always good when you've got hands like that around the green.
Great touch.
She's currently in first position. The par 4 15th again requires another strong tee shot because there's some trees in the way, Rich.
One of the more simple tee shots on the golf course, par 4, 470 yards. Just a little fade required off the tee to the fairway. The green sits up above the fairway a little bit, surrounded by a couple of bunkers, but I gotta say, I like this hole. It's straightforward, it's simple, before you head into the final 3.
Needs a little members bounce to the right.
Terrific shot into the 15th and a chance for birdie. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 9 feet from the cup.
The putt drops and now 10 under, heading down the stretch.
What a great feeling that must be. Seemingly an insurmountable lead for this player with just 4 to play.
As we head to the 16th tee, the famous par 5, Rich, the start of the gauntlet.
Fun-filled adventure waits. Find the fairway, and let's see how brave you are. Do you want to take on the second shot and try and knock it on the green? Of course you do, but watch out. Lots of water awaiting a wayward second.
From around 170 yards here.
Wind moving right to left on this shot.
That's a shame. Just leaking left, that one. Getting ready to play their third. That was clinical. Beautifully played.
Love it. Nicely holed for eagle.
Our leader is up by a whopping 6 shots now.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on? Let's find out.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. This one needs to kick left. Good chance for a birdie coming up. She's hit it inside the range. Well, this will be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2.
Come on, ball. Come on.
Oh, that's a bad break there, Rich. Just probably a little bit too much pace. Leading by 6 strokes after that one. Let's head to the finishing hole. This wonderful par 4 18th. Wonderful only if you're a spectator.
It's wonderful if you're not playing it for a lot of cash. It's just one of the most difficult visually intimidating holes I think you'll ever face in your life. Somehow, try and hit it down the right-hand side of the fairway, keep it out of the rough, and from there, hit it out to the right-hand side of the green, somehow also keeping it out of the rough or that pot bunker short right. Listen, you'd be happy to make 5 here, that's for sure. 4s are magnificent. 3s are unicorns. They really don't happen that much. It is such a difficult, demanding finishing hole, probably one of the toughest in championship golf.
What an opportunity to make a birdie. Ooh, right by the hole. Well, what a wonderful display this has been. Hole this putt, you'll sign off on a 60. A good stroke. Well, this has got an amazing ring to it. The Players' Champion.
It is a title that any player would kill to have, and I have to say this has been a killer afternoon. The amazing golf, the players firing it on all cylinders, going for everything they possibly could. I gotta say, what a finish, what a champion. This will go down in history as one of the best Players' Championships ever.
On behalf of Rich Beam, Henny Koyak, John McCarthy, I'm Luke Elvey saying so long from 2K Sports.